You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very popular. Interesting. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast. Alongside me is Brandon Swanson. And today we are previewing the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Swanee missed a week and the Chiefs lost, so he's back.
Yeah, can't miss another week.
Can't miss another week.
Miss another
This is
week.
going to be a brutal one.
This is real stuff.
How are your Chiefs getting stuff?
This is real stuff.
A lot of stuffing?
This is real stuff.
Stuffing you had on Thanksgiving?
That was a stretch.
Anyways, how are the Chiefs going to win and how are the Broncos going to win? And who is going to win? Right?
Well,
it's going to be the Chiefs. Well, you're going to say the Chiefs.
Well, but here's the thing though, is that the Kansas City Chiefs, what they failed to do last week is that they continued to allow big chunks of yardage to Jameis Winston. You can't do that. They just didn't understand the obvious. Oh, it's a third down. He's probably going to Mike Evans. He's totally going to Mike Evans. What are you freaking thinking? Of course, he's going to Mike Evans. Did it every time. They couldn't stop it. So the problem with the Kansas City Chiefs is they need to really be ready to go defensively for the Denver Broncos. And I think you need to give Trevor Siemian fits. What they couldn't do, and what the Chiefs have failed to do in a couple of games this season, is get to the quarterback. In game one against the San Diego Chargers, they won. Probably shouldn't have. They won. They couldn't get to him. They could not bring him down. He had all day to throw, and he was having a huge day. What Kansas City needs to do is they need to disrupt Trevor Siemian early and often, and they cannot allow those wide receivers, very talented wide receivers for the Broncos, to get down the field and have their way against the defense. So for Kansas City, it's a couple things. It's that defense, but it's also you're going to have to really come alive offensively. And we really haven't seen that from the Kansas City Chiefs this season. We have not seen that defense come alive kind of in the way, or the team in general, come alive in the way that we saw against, I'll go all the way back to that playoff game against the Houston Texans. Mm-hmm. And I'll say that the defense has been pretty darn good all season, Kansas City's has. But the offense has been a little iffy. It's been up and down for sure, and they need to have an up game this week against Denver. It's going to be a great game, I think. For the Denver Broncos on the other side, they need to be able to have a good, strong running game, because that's, I think, definitely one thing that teams have been able to do against Kansas City is been able to run the football. Last week they weren't able to, but then they were able to pass it, so it was a little backwards there. But I think Denver, they need to try and get things going on the ground with Booker, and ultimately it's going to be that defense as well for the Denver Broncos if they can stop that Kansas City Chiefs defense, and who wins the turnover battle in this one. It's two really good defenses against two offenses that have been up and down at times this season. But of course, I will go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this one. I think we're going to see ourselves have a pretty tight contest. I'm going to say the final score, 19-16 Kansas City.
Shocker, Brandon picking the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm also going to pick the Chiefs. I think I picked the Chiefs in our picks if we did pick this game. But yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs as well. I think that this run defense for Denver has been absolutely atrocious. So if you got Spencer Ware, start him. I think that's where the Chiefs will thrive this game. But tell us who you think is going to win this matchup down below. Is it going to be the Denver Broncos? Is it going to be the Kansas City Chiefs? Don't forget to check out the description as well. You'll find all of our social media. You'll also find patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. If you want to see the quality of these videos improve just a little bit more, then head over to patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. But for Brandon Swanson, I'm Sean Anderson. We'll see you next time.
But if you want to see him improve a lot more, don't even go.
Boom.
Because if you only just want to see him improve a little bit, then go. But if a lot, just forget it.
Yeah.
Just forget it.
We're hitting a strict demo with people who only want to help a little bit.
Yeah.